Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am here at a brand new location today. It is Daytona Beach Bike Week, and I made the drive from Orlando up to Daytona so I can go and see Bike Week again. It's been a few years since I've been here. I just want to see what's new, if anything's the same. I will say this, my God, when did it get so damn complicated to get parked around here? And I just don't remember it being this nuts. You know, just trying to get around. It took me forever once I got off of I-4 into Daytona. My plan is I'm gonna do the events here kind of inland, if you will. The last few years I've done Bike Week out on the beach, which is obviously where it all started. It hasn't been that great, you know. It's obviously a lot of bikes. But it's a lot of people just cruising around. It wasn't nearly the same experience as I had when I came here for the first time in 2006. So, you know, I can remember in years past, some of the greatest times I had were out at the outlying events, meaning out here I'm at Daytona International Speedway right now, which honestly was one of my more favorite parts of the events because, one, it's a huge space. Two, it's kind of easy in, easy out, but also there's a lot of bike displays. There's all kinds of really cool things to see here. And me, I'm a big motorcycle lover. I've owned a couple bikes in my years so far. Let's see, I started out with a Yamaha R6, then went to a Kawasaki Ninja 636, then went from that to another Yamaha R6, and then a Yamaha Warrior, which is one of my all-time favorite bikes. That was a big old 1600cc beast. And then from there, I went to another Kawasaki Ninja 636. So I would love to ride again. When I moved down here, down south, I did get a bike when I was in Charleston, but it got stolen. And so after that, I didn't get another one. But the thought is there. I do miss riding a lot, especially when I come to events like this. It is fun to ride, and I do miss it. But we're going to go take a look at some motorcycles today. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Actually, we're going to have a lot of fun. For me, I always consider the motorcycle a work of art. I'm a big fan of, obviously, everybody knows who Paul Sr. is from Orange County Choppers. I'm a big Arlen Ness fan. I like his designs a lot. I'm a big fan of the Big Dog Chopper bikes. I'm a big fan of the American Iron Horse bikes. You know, just all kinds of the different bike designers. So that's what I'm going to look for too. We're going to look at some of the new models that are out on display, the new 2025s. And then also, again, I'm sure a lot of people have their bikes parked out here, so we'll check out some really, really nice artwork that is in the form of the motorcycle. Let's get our rear ends in gear. Let's go see some bikes. Welcome to Bike Week 2025. Daytona Beach. Wow, check this out, everybody. There are some serious bikes here. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you'd think we're at Bike Week, you know? Also, welcome to Daytona International Speedway. Try to keep the wind noise down, too. It is very windy. So I would imagine being out on the beach today would be real windy. There's supposed to be some storms coming in tomorrow, which is going to drop the temperature. So they did say that the wind could be high along the ocean, and we're not that far. Look at this. And what's really cool is the thousands of bikes that are out here. They're all unique to everybody that owns them. And here's one you don't see very often anymore, the Honda RC51. Man, I remember when I used to sell motorcycles before my time in the fire service. We got one of these on trade at the dealership I worked at. Man, the minute that hit the internet, we got calls non-stop on it. Not very comfortable, but an unbelievable performance bike. 2002. All right, look at this. God, I'm in my glory here. Oh, these are the Boss Haas cycles. The motorcycles with a V8 engine. Man. Oh, it's for sale. You can take it home. Basically, these motorcycles have got Corvette engines in them. There's another one. Look at this mamma jamma. Wow. riding a motorcycle with a V8. Yeah, right here. This is a good beginner's bike. Somebody that's never ridden before. This is a great idea. Just kidding. Look at that motor. Man, that radiator is gigantic. May have to give me a Boss Hoss shirt. That is pretty cool. Just enjoy the sound, everybody. All you motorcycle fans, this is for you. Man, I tell you, the V8 in the motorcycles is becoming quite the thing now. The V8 choppers. Wow. Okay, now that's a sexy ass bike right there. Holy shit. Man, I'm an avid motorcycle rider, and I have to admit, I would have to dip a toe in on driving a bike with a V8 on it. I would love to experience it, but man, you definitely want to start out slow, a little easy. I imagine it's got a bit of acceleration. Just a tad, you know? Oh, look at that paint job. I bet that thing sounds like a beast when you fire it up. The other thing I've noticed is these are all chain driven too. I wonder if you could actually outfit that to a belt drive, because the argument always has been is the belt drive, you get a lot more torque a lot quicker than on any other type of drive. Definitely gonna have to get a Bike Week shirt too. Let's see what Honda's got. We got Honda, Yamaha. We got them all out here. Old school, man. The Goldwing Aspen K. Wow. Oh, look at this one. Classic bike. Encounter. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. There's a whole display of Goldwings through the years. Starts out here with the GL 1000, 1975 to 79. Right here. And then from here, it changes. GL 1100. And we're moving on into the mid 80s. And then the late 80s into 2000. I like that color. The other nice thing about the Gold Wings and why they run so nice is they got the 6-cylinder, but it's a horizontal 6. It's very smooth. And right here, this is the model I knew best. I sold a bunch of these when I was in the motorcycle business before I was into firefighting. This is 2001 to 2017. In fact, I got a funny story about my first sale of one of these. I'll tell you what, where you'd make the money on these too is the accessories. This thing can be fully outfitted. You can put lights down here. There's special lighting packages you can buy for these. I mean, these are... You're going to go on a nice long cruise. This is the way to go. This is a Cadillac of motorcycles right here. I actually got to drive a couple too when they come into the dealership right off the truck. We'd get them checked in by service, and that'd take them for a little quick spin to get all the fluids going through them. And very comfortable bike, I will say that. Hardly hear it running. Then over here, moving on, 2018 to 2025. Wow, look at the difference. I mean, just the front end design. I mean, you go from that right here to that. It's incredible. You got the headlights down there now. It's no longer an option. Still got the horizontal 6. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, and I see even Honda went to the little turn knob like cars have now. This is a really cool display. So real quick before I forget, story on my first Gold Wing sale. When I used to work at, it was a place called Action Motorsports in Lafayette, Indiana. They long gone out of business. They fell out in the 2008 financial crash. But my first ever sale was a Honda Gold Wing, and it was a couple, a husband and wife that came in, and it was almost identical to this one. I mean, almost identical. And they both sat on it, and the deal was if you had your motorcycle endorsement that you could take it for a test ride, but they, you know, on bikes like this, you know, just a few miles, because the idea is the bike sells itself. But anyway, they get back, they fall in love with the bike. Long story short, we fill out the credit app because I want to say the overall cost at the time was right around $25,000 fully outfitted with everything they wanted. And what was interesting was the lender didn't want to put the deal together because they had close to, I think it was $122,000 in credit card debt, but because they paid everything on time all the time, their credit score was well into the 800s. It was perfect. And so based on that, the lender decided to push it through. But this was in 2004 and 5. It was before the financial crash, which is why that happened, I think. But yes, the couple that bought this from me I'd never seen credit card debt that bad before. But the bank bought them. Honda actually bought them because they had a near perfect credit score, because even though they were hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt and credit cards, they had a near perfect score because they paid on time every time. So sold them the bike. I made a decent commission on that too. But I'll never forget that. It's amazing though. Like, this is a perfect comparison. The first generation Gold Wing to now the brand new ones. And what's cool too, if you do have your motorcycle endorsement on you, they do have test rides that they offer here at Daytona Speedway. Yep, right there. Demo rides, 9 o'clock to 4:30. Oh, they even have a Gold Wing history walkthrough. Man, there's one of the newer CBRs, 650R. That's sexy. Oh, they got a dyno here. Man, I just hop on the bike and just let it rip. Oh, I remember these too. The Honda Repsol bike. That was a popular model too when that came out, mid 2000s. Honda Repsol CBR 1000 RR. That's a nice bike. Let's see what else we can get our hands on here. The Define Team Green. Kawasaki. I see Yamaha down yonder. BMW. I'm not a big BMW bike fan. Oh, now here's what I'm talking about right here. These freaking 50s. I used to have one of these too. Had this thing super outfitted. We used to, me and my buddies I worked with at the bike shop, we'd take these out to our bike parking lot and set up a mini motocross course every weekend, Sunday when we were closed, and we'd take these racing. Put the big handlebar kits on them, had the big foot pegs. Yeah, those were good times. I'd do that again. Man, 1800 cc's. Oh, and then we have a couple Indians. They came back a little while ago. They make a nice bike. Check this out, y'all. This is like custom, crazy custom. Man, that is incredible. These have, I believe, the hydraulics where the bike can just sit straight down, and then when you ride it, it'll raise right up. Maverick's got a custom bike shop. I had no idea. Oh, that's a cool shirt.
Who wants a sweatshirt? Not
This is a huge event. This is bigger than I've ever seen. Oh, there's Yamaha. Let's go take a look at Yamaha. Oh, the Repsol Hayabusa. Man, look at all these demos out here. That's pretty sharp, the new R3. I don't think it's new, but R3, that's a great starter bike. Somebody that's wanting to get into riding and doesn't necessarily want the power of the R6. That looks like something out of Transformers there. serious? They have an R9? Wow. I can tell it's been a while since I've been looking at bikes. It's nice looking though. I'm a fan of that R1 though. That R1 is sharp. Man, alive. Look at that thing.
You're at the track, you're gonna actually shot or something.
So it looks like the R6s and all that are gone. So it's now R3. Then we go to the R7, R9s, and then the R1s. So if I'm thinking, if my memory serves me correctly, it looks like you got 300 cc's, then we go up to 700 cc's, 900 cc's, and then the 1000. I got the street bikes on this side, the naked, basically the fairing-less sport bikes. Yeah, similar situation. You got the 300s, then the 7s, the 9s, and then the 1000s.
9 is where I was.
And I find it amazing, they still have kept the Zuma. That's another popular. The scooter line, the Yamaha Zumas, except they're the 125s now instead of the 50s. So that would be street legal at 125. You'd actually have to plate that. I found the food court. I may have to go check that out. Get a little hungry. It is past lunchtime. Ooh, some Italian sausage. Man, big fan of those Yamaha bikes, but I want you to remember what we just looked at. All right, look at the R1s that we've seen now. I want you to look at the R1s. This was the R1 back in 2002, 2003. I mean, they look somewhat similar, but man, they've really sleeked them out a lot more. I was a big fan of the dual pipes though, on the back of the old school R1s. That was always a nice look. Found Team Green. Of all the bikes, I've had more Kawasaki's than any of them. Man, this is a big display here. So far, Kawasaki's got one of the best booths out here. I mean, handing away free sunglasses or free souvenir cups. Pretty cool. Let's take a look around. Again, I've owned more Kawasaki's than any other bike. I like Kawasaki. I really do. I've had nothing but good things from every bike that I've owned. I've had very satisfactory. The performance and handling has been second to none. Granted, I've had a couple Kawasaki Ninjas and even the Kawasaki Watercraft, but they've all lasted a long time, and I was very pleased with them all. So let's take a look around. This is a Ninja EV. Are you serious? Really? An electric bike? Nah. It is. Really? I'll be damned. Man, I don't know. That'd be scary as hell to ride that. Because that means there's no, look, there's no gear shifters. This is where your shifting would be, right here on the right foot. There's your brake pedal right there. Because you brake with the right, shift with the left. There's your front brake. That's the rear brake. Right down there. No clutch at all. No gear shifter. That is the weirdest thing. So imagine riding a bike after riding for how many years people ride, not grabbing the clutch or shifting the gear shifter with your foot. I would feel my left side of my body would feel bored riding this. Like honestly, it's just so second nature to grab the clutch and shift down or shift up. Man, but you know how much power this thing would have? I mean, there'd be no in between. You turn it on and it goes, man. See, the one thing I always like with riding motorcycles is if you ever needed to get control of the bike, you just cover the clutch, pull it in. You got perfect control over that bike. This would be a whole different story. No gas cap, no fuel tank. There's the charging port. Here's another one, same thing. That is so weird though. No clutch, no gear shifter. I don't know, anybody that's a big motorcycle fan that sees this, could you ride a motorcycle without having a clutch and a gear shifter? It'd be so strange. Yeah, every time I'd come to an intersection, I'd cover the clutch, foot would cover the rear brake, and I'd have the front one just in case if needed, but you don't want to grab that one. You grab and squeeze that one, you're going over the handlebars. All right, now let's get into what I know best, the gas-powered bikes. Oh my God, look at that, the ZX6R. See, normal motorcycle, clutch, gear shifter, 1 down, 4, 5, or 6 up, depending on the bike you have and the motor. Yes, everything's in the right place here. Oh, and then you got the ZX10R. Never owned a ZX10. But like the guy that I bought my motorcycles from, he had the same opinion, and I gotta respect it. Every time I'd go to get another bike, he'd be like, hey man, because I'd always tease, like, well, you know, maybe that ZX10. He's like, hey, speed limit's still 75 on the highway, or 70.
Welcome to the 4th Daytona Bike Week.
Oh, this is the H2. I think Lego came out with a model of this. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is not street legal. Or maybe it is now, but I know when this first came out, this bike was not street legal. In fact, it did not have a license plate frame, and you could not register it. It was for the track only. And the Vulcans have gotten pretty nice too. Wow. And Ninja 1100. This is more like touring style. That is a beast of a bike. Beast of a price too. $29,000. 1,000 cc liquid cooled 4-stroke inline 4 dual overhead count 16 valve. Wow. 590 pounds. That's insane. This thing's gotta fly. 6-speed. Yeah, man. That ZX4 is kind of sharp too. Man, that Ninja ZX10R, that is still a beast of a bike to sit on. Oh, feel the power between your legs, you know? Here we go. Man, look at this. He's got headlights on him now? Unreal. Jeez. God, look at that. Yeah, that'll get you some power. Let's see what the specs are on this thing. 1500 cc. Supercharged intercooled 4-stroke dual overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, inline 4. Jeez, 20 grand. It ain't much if you say it fast. This thing is almost, you round it up, it's close to 1,100 pounds. This thing here weighs more than that H2 motorcycle. But to be fair, it's got a bigger engine. 1500 cc motor in it. Man, who needs a boat when you got this? That's insane. Yeah, and Kawasaki still, I think, is one of the only manufacturers still to make the old stand-ups. These are really hard to find. Yeah, you can either kneel and ride it, or obviously it lifts up and stand up. Wow. MSRP to be determined. Oh, this is a 2026. Wow. Look at this, man. You can fish off these things now. It is literally designed for fishing. Unreal. You even got your pole mount, fishing pole mounts. I mean, really, considering for everything this thing has, 1500 cc motor, $18,899. I mean, you're going to spend way more for a fishing boat. I mean, one with all the bells and whistles. That's actually not a bad price. Oh, look at this. It's even got a Garmin depth finder on it. It's got a depth finder and your fish finder already mounted to it. That's pretty amazing. Wow. And I love how that Kawasaki Team Green just pops. All right, now let's go over here, because this is one of the bikes I'm actually toying around with getting, because these are about 2,500 bucks. This would be great to and from the work, making little like trips and that right here. I've seen these things everywhere. Yeah. Z125 Pro, 2025 Z125 Pro, $36.99 to $38.99, 125 cc's, 4-speed return shift.
You weren't still in Edgewater when I bought that
That's actually a pretty comfortable bike to sit on. I mean, I wouldn't take that on a 200-mile cruise or anything, but that'd be great for running around town on. I like it. This is the one that's kind of grabbed a lot of attention. Man, that is a beast. The H2. Yeah, Kawasaki had a great display, man. All kinds of cool stuff in there. Let's see what we got for some food here. Laconia shirt there. That's another bike rally I'd love to go to, is Laconia. They got some cool shirts this year.
You getting anything on her?
Ooh, that's a nice fire department shirt right there. With our buddies, the PD, up top. That's hilarious. Even better. All right, back at it. I went and got me a Daytona shirt. I'll show you in a minute. Well, actually, we'll get back to the car. These are the rebranded Bombardier VRP. I used to sell a crap ton of their four-wheelers. Man, a 1000R. Man, this thing's got some power. Holy cow. Man, it's amazing what they've done with these things. These are a pretty interesting ride. I got to ride one of these once. I was on a motorcycle charity ride for the Hoosier Burn Camp back in Indiana. After one of our stops we had, I switched out with one of my buddies who had one of these. I took it for a ride for about 20, 30 miles. It's not bad. It's like riding a snowmobile on land. That's about the best way I could describe it for those that have ridden a snowmobile. You ever wondered how people are able to do so much these days when it seems like nobody's got any money? Right there. Wow. Get your bike redone with a firm. Holy shit, even this? No credit check, approved in minutes. Wow. I'm actually gonna have to look this up when I get home later, see the details on that. I mean, no credit check? Yeah. I put 25,000 of accessories on my bike. Yeah, sign up. Wow, look at this. Dang. That is incredible. Look at the sound system on these bikes now. Ooh, somebody's smoking some serious herb. That is potent. Harley Softail. 90 cubic inch. Wow. I mean, honestly, for looking at motorcycles and just the overall experience, if you've never been to Bike Week before, I highly recommend spending a day or two at the Speedway. There is a lot here. I mean, I feel like I've only scratched the surface. And looking through some of the merch tents, I was looking for the, you don't see the shirts out here much. The ones that, maybe they're on Main Street, like closer to the beach side. There was a bunch of shirts they sell, and I guess I saw them all at Beachside the last time I was here. But the shirt said I brought my, what was it? I rode my bike to brought my bike to Trailer Week. Because, you know, the idea is not a lot of people actually ride here from cold weather climates and brave the elements, so they just trailer their bikes. And look at this custom job right here. Man, that is gorgeous. That one too. Wow. A lot of Canada plates. I'd be curious to see how many of them actually rode here and how many trailered their bikes here. great shirt. Oh, there we go. Right here. I need this. Yep, we're definitely in Florida, and it's definitely bike week. Man, these Boss Haas cycles are they never cease to impress me. It's just that's incredible. These are cool ass bikes, man. Yeah, I had to get me a Boss Haas shirt. I mean, it's not very often you find those.
We're at Boss Haas.
It's so cool.
Where I bought that.
Got some cool bike week pins. These are cool too. These are the Guardian bells. I used to have one of these on my Yamaha Warrior. The idea is you put the Guardian bell down on the lower part of your motorcycle, and it basically it jingles along, and the noise gets rid of all the road gremlins. Found the actual Midway map, show you everything that's here. I mean, everything is just full up with all kinds of things to do. Basically, we're kind of in the what they call the tri-oval here at Daytona International Speedway. Oh, look at all the demos. These are all the bikes you can go demo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my motorcycle endorsement from Florida. That way next year I can come out and put my GoPro on. I'm gonna take a couple of these motorcycles out for a ride. So this is one of my all-time favorite bikes as well, the Victory. The neat thing about these bikes when I used to sell them, hopefully the wind's not overpowering everything. The one big selling point I used to have on these bikes versus Harley Davidson was the V-twin motor. The theory was it would last a lot longer than a traditional V-twin that had the push rods, which is what Harley has. Perfect example. If you look at the V-twin there's no push rods. If you go to Harley right here, see these little cylinders on each side, those are your push rods. Basically help the piston move up and down. They don't use push rods on the Victory, they use something called hydraulic lifters, which is smoother on the engine. It gives you overall longer engine life, less maintenance, less wear and tear. At least that's what they tell you. But that's a beautiful bike. I actually would get a Victory too if I could find one, preferably the Victory Hammer. The Hammer S. I like the big fat tire. I think this might be a Hammer. Sure looks like it. It's been a long time since I've seen Victory bikes in that. But yeah, that does look like a Victory Hammer. They used to have a Victory Hammer Arlen Ness edition too. That's incredible. Wow. It's incredible the customizations that you can do on these bikes. Like I said, man, I could walk around here for hours looking at these bikes. I mean, they are, like I said earlier, they're works of art. All these bikes are works of art. Here's a couple of Indian bikes. These are also cool. They got that old school look. I think that's why I like them. Look at this one. Kawasaki had a Vulcan. I think it was only for a year or two. Didn't sell very well, but it looked very similar to an Indian. In fact, the one we used to have in the showroom, it took forever to sell it, but people would come in and go, oh, is that an Indian? Like, no, it's a Kawasaki Vulcan. Sharp looking green on a Harley. That's got a professional firefighter's plate. I salute you, sir. You know, one bike I haven't seen much out here. We used to have a really high demand for it when I was selling it. Was the Yamaha VMAX. That was another rarity. Kind of like the Honda RC51. It's a nice looking bike here. Looks like a Harley V-Rod. Man, check this thing out. I'm trying to walk out of here to my car, but I keep getting distracted. Wow. Man, that looks like the Harley Davidson Firefighter Edition. It's got the gold leaf and everything on it. Man, that's beautiful. Wow. All right, now we're good. I think I saw pretty much everything. What a great event, though. Pretty much everything I wanted to do was right here, which was excellent. I wanted to see everybody's motorcycles that they brought here to Bike Week. I wanted to see some of the new stuff from the manufacturers. Had some bunch of Bike Week merchandise. Just perfect all around. Excellent. And right there, right over that berm is turn number 1, Daytona International Speedway. That banking is insane. I've been around this track for 3 laps. I got as a birthday present back in 2017, and those turns are unreal. But there it is, Daytona International Speedway, right there, turn number 1, and then right in through there, the tri-oval start and finish line. We'll wrap this up at home when I get there in a little bit. But wow, what an event! I had a great time. Spent a couple hours here. Like I said, everything that I wanted to do was right here at the Speedway. Plus, I like the interactivity of it. You know, being able to sit on the bikes. You know, if you have your endorsement, you can trial them out. You can take them for a spin. That I got to take advantage of next year. Like I said, I got to get my endorsement so I can go do that. So I'll see you all back at home, and I'll show you what I got, and we'll wrap this up. See you there. Well, I made it back home, obviously. But I'll show you some of the things I got. My model to try everything on is right here. So I thought this was pretty cool. This is a neat shirt. You know, this is specific to the Daytona International Speedway. So I thought that was pretty neat. Bike Week at the Speedway. Maverick definitely approves. I'm not sure if he wants to wear it or if he's trying to iron it out. Oh, no, he's just going to sit on it. I gotcha. Okay. Come on, buddy. Got to show everybody the backside. This is the back, which I think was really neatly done. It's got the old school bikes, the old school bike riders. And then Bike Week 2025 at the Daytona International Speedway. So really neat shirt. Big fan of this one. I had to get me a Boss Hoss shirt. I love the Boss Hoss motorcycles. Doubt that I'd ever buy one. I mean, unless I had a crazy amount of cash in my pocket, that's about the only way I would buy one. Because they really are kind of, they're more of a novelty. I mean, basically it's a motorcycle with a V8 supercharged Corvette engine in it. You know, I mean, it is pretty much it's a luxury item. Let's just go with that. But they are really neat motorcycles, but it's not very often you get a chance to get a Boss Hoss shirt. So I did buy one of these. That was the front, and then now this was the back, which is really neatly done. This is very well laid out. It's a very nice shirt. And it's got the flames, almost like the chrome type flames on the sleeves. Maverick approves. Yep. That's him saying yes. I did get a Bike Week pin, which I thought was kind of neat. So that was everything. And like I said, I wore my Florida tuxedo today. It was a beautiful sunny day, so I got some sun again, which I'm trying to get, get some more color going on into the spring and summertime. And it was just a wonderful day. A little windy in certain parts, but other than that, it was perfect. There were a lot of booths selling last year's Sturgis shirts. I almost bought one, but then I'm like, you know what? Yes, it's 2 for $10, but to be fair, I've never been to Sturgis. So I feel like in order to get the shirt, I got to go to Sturgis. Same with Laconia. I almost bought a Laconia shirt because, again, that seems like a really cool motorcycle rally. If anybody that watches this video has ever been to Laconia, let me know what it's like in the comments because I'm really considering going to it. I've heard a lot about it. I highly recommend Bike Week. It is a really cool experience. Even though I don't ride at the moment, I still enjoy anything and everything motorcycles. It is a lot of fun. It's a great stress reliever too. Nothing beats getting out on the open road and riding and feeling that wind hit you in the face. It's amazing. So I'll see y'all again soon. Got some more projects coming your way very shortly. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today's motorcycle vlog from Daytona Beach Bike Week 2025. And what you've seen has been the truth. It has been actual. And I hope for all you motorcycle fans out there, that was mighty, mighty satisfactual. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and one more thing before we upload this. For all you motorcycle riders and non-motorcycle riders, especially this week in Central Florida and around the Central Florida area, keep your eye out for all motorcycles everywhere. Please, everybody, before you're changing lanes, doing anything, take the extra few seconds to look over your shoulders before you're changing lanes. Watch the intersections. And same thing for you riders out there. I know you don't need me to tell you this, but always cover your clutch and your brakes while going into an intersection or a four-way stop or wherever you're heading to, where you might have a meetup with a car or anything else. You just got to be careful. Unfortunately, this Bike Week has gotten off to not so great of a start. They've had a lot of severe injuries and some fatalities already. And my first Bike Week I ever went to, which was in 2006, sadly, that was one of the most deadliest Bike Weeks on record since they've been keeping track of this stuff. I think throughout that entire week, there was, I think, 28 or 30, some insane number like that. That's way too much, everybody. I get it. A lot of people that come down here have been cooped up, up north in the cold and snow for the last several months, but come down here, enjoy yourself, but please be smart. There's 500,000 to 700,000 extra people right now around this area. And so that's a big addition to an already congested area. So please, everybody, stay safe, drive safe, and ride safe. Keep an eye out for everybody. We got to watch out for each other.